Dakota first.
Here at KX News, we're proud of our armed forces and the veterans that have served our country.
In tonight's Veterans Voices, PJ Walker shares the story of an Air Force veteran whose dedication to service extends beyond the military.
James Henderson is a military veteran of the Vietnam War. Born in Louisiana and one of 13 children, he says much was expected of them, and he dared not disappoint.
Oldest one went to the Army, came back, and told me that I wasn't Army material. It was too rough and tumble, and I went Air Force.
June 5th, 1957. That's when Henderson says his life changed forever, enlisting in the United States Air Force in the career field of refrigeration and air conditioning.
We repaired, we could troubleshoot. In the later years, we dealt with solid state electrical.
Although he wasn't on the front lines, he says there were things that he saw that training didn't prepare him for.
We got hit on Udon, Thailand. When I say hit, sappers came in. Plane came in, shot up once, and crash land. And by the grace of God, it didn't kill me.
But that wouldn't be the only shocking thing he would face.
My first base, I was fired off of my first two jobs. One, because I refused to allow my foreman to tell me a racial joke and to degrade me. And I was called violent.
After years of being mistreated, he says the only thing that kept him going was God and his wife and kids. And those same two things would keep him going when he found out where his last point of station would be years later.
I got an assignment at that point, and to Minot. I called headquarters SAC, where I had worked for 6 years, asked the guys, what in the world are you doing to me?
Not knowing anything about the area, he packed up his family, obeyed his orders, and most importantly, obeyed God.
At 11 o'clock that day, Sunday, I was in church on base. I knew I came for a military purpose, assignment, but I also knew that I had a religious function that had to be carried out. And I was looking for it because that is why I was assigned here.
After visiting different churches in the Minot area, he found himself at one on the verge of shutting its doors. And right then and there, he figured out his purpose. 36 years later, he's still there. He is the pastor of Gospel Tabernacle Church in Minot. Having served his country for 28 years and retiring as a chief master sergeant, he says he is now serving in a different way.
It meant that I served my country. It meant that it was my way out of poverty. And it meant that now, the experience that I had in the military, I can tell the other people that are in the congregation that are military, this is how you excel.
Excelling in the military and in life. PJ Walker, KX News.
Henderson has been the pastor of the church now for 36 years, and now he says he's very glad to call Minot home.
Absolutely. Well, stay with us. Still to come on KX News. It's